Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. Today we're going to go for a Valentine's theme sort of look. So it will be quite pinky with bits of red thrown in there, but for the most part very pink. As you can see, I've already done my brows using the usual products, the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil and the Gimme Brow Gel, both in shade 3. And I primed my eyelids with the usual LA Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in the shade Porcelain. So without further ado, let's zoom you in so you can see what we're doing. So today I'm going to go in with the Morphe 35B palette. I will put a clip on the screen somewhere so you can see what it looks like. In a hot pink shade, as you can see. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm just stamping this pink above my crease where I want it to be. I'm just taking a pinky corally sort of shade and I'm just popping that right above the hot pink to blend it out using a scratchy sort of windscreen wiper motion. And as always, just bringing that into the front of my brow. Oh, that's lovely. I like that. And then today we are going to do a cut crease. I thought, why not? Quite romantic. So I'm just going to go in with my LA Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer again, and just on a flat brush with a rounded tip. I just dropped concealer all over my legs. So I know Valentine's a big thing for a lot of people, but me and Joanne, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Get the odd card, but that's about it. Nothing major. Yeah, I get that from my mum. She's not very into Valentine's Day either. I just think, why do you need like one day a year to tell someone you love them? I tell Joanne I love her about 15 times a day. I don't need one day a year to buy her a present. I just get her presents because I want to, you know what I mean? So, just using my ring finger, the ring finger on my right hand, I'm going to go in with a really pretty pink shimmer. It's quite a pale pink, but it is lovely. And I'm just going to pack that on to the cut crease. Just wipe my finger. And then I've just got a fluffy blending brush and I'm just going to sort of blend that a little bit. And then just with a small crease brush, I'm going to take a tiny bit more of that hot pink shade. Just a tiny bit of the hot pink shade. I'm just going to pop that on this outer corner so we can blend the two into each other. And I'm just taking a tiny bit of a darker pink, almost purple shade. In with a corally sort of transition blending shade. So now I'm just going to put a tiny bit of liner on and then I'm going to do my lashes. And again, you can probably hear the dog barking. It's because he's on his own. So now I'm just going to go in with my Morphe gel liner in Jet. Just, helpful. I love this liner, it's great. That's all I'm going for, just a very thin line. And I'm just going to take a lash curler, curl my lashes. And then I'm just going to take the PS Wonder Lash mascara in black. This is a very good dupe for the Benefit They're Real mascara. I love it. So just taking that straight to my root and wiggling it up. Oh, that's lovely. So I'll do my lash line after I've done my face, and I will remember to do it this time. And I'll do the other eye off camera and come back to you. So I am back. I've got my other eye done. So now let's move on to face. So that was the Professional Pearl Primer by Benefit. So I've not used this one very often. I usually stick to the normal one, but got a little sample. Used it a couple of times. It's not too bad. I'm just going to brush that in as I always do. So, we've got a camera in the living room, so we can see the puppies when we're not here. But because I'm upstairs filming and they're downstairs in the cage, I've just been watching them. It's not a very clear picture at the minute, but they're just snoozing in their cage. Been on-off barking every time one of the cats makes a noise. So today I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NW10. I need to get a pump for this because currently it's just kind of tip a bit on the back of my hand and hope it's not too much. So I'm kind of debating a sponge or a brush. Just gonna go sponge, but I'm gonna use a dry beauty blender for this foundation because I find that works much better for me. So I actually got this foundation for my wedding because I've got half a drawer full of foundations, so I've got plenty, but they all just look, I don't know, they just didn't look as good. So I went in, got coloured matched, and we just had a very good day. I also got a concealer to wear for my wedding day and a lipstick to wear for my wedding day, all from MAC. Oh, I've just got foundation in my hair. You can hear the dogs barking again now because the cats have just gone into the living room. Just get that foundation off the back of my hand because I don't want to get it all over my bed because Joanne would murder me. I look very pale. And then I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fix 24-hour smooth wear concealer, and this is in NW20. I'm just going to pop that underneath my eyes, a little bit in any red patches. I like this because it's quite peachy toned. I'm just going to go in with the same beauty blender. We've got Alexa on downstairs for the dogs, and I can hear A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman playing. Nostalgic, very nice. So I'm just going to set that with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder in translucent. I've noticed in my last video I keep saying transparent, and I don't know why I say that. So I'm just gonna put it under my eyes with my sponge so I can really pack it on there. And then to contour, I'm gonna cream contour today. You know, it's date night, so I'm going all out. I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in Beautiful Bronze. Now this is obviously very dark compared to my skin, so I just get a tiny bit, pop it back on the back of my hand, and then I just go in with a little sponge. Oh god, I'm so clumsy today. And then just dot it in there. Best I've ever looked. And then I'm just going to get a brush and I'm just going to buff that in. Just kind of going between my brush and my sponge for areas where it's gone a tiny bit darker than I would have liked. Go in with the beauty blender that's still got my foundation and stuff on. I'm very red where I was blending it. Go a bit too hard probably. So then I'm just going to take the same powder and just powder the rest of my face. And I'm going to use my blush and highlight palette from Revolution, and there's a nice light pink sort of shimmer, so we're going to use that, tap off the excess because these are pigmented. And then I'm going to go in with my powder contour. I'm just going to use my Hoola bronzer by Benefit, just a tiny bit because, as I said before, it was pigmented. I just look really red here now. Oh, it's warm. This is the joys of having sensitive skin. I can put anything on it and it goes red. And then I'm going to bronze using my Bronze Shimmer bronzer as always. So then to highlight, I am using my Amplified palette in Glow Getter. And I'm going to use Prismatic Kiss, which is just this pink shade here. Just take a little bit of that on my small fan brush, highlight my brow bone, tip of the nose, bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, and then using my highlighting brush, just going to pop that on the top of my cheekbones. And then I'm going to spray using my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So I'm just going to do my lower lash line. So for this I'm going to go in with my James Charles palette, and I'm going to use the shade You're Kidding on a tiny pencil brush. You're Kidding is that bright red shade. And I'm just going to pop that on my lower lash line very gently. And then back in with the corally shade that we used earlier from the 35B palette, and just blend that out with a slightly fluffier pencil brush. And then I'm just going to take more of that Prismatic Kiss and highlight my inner corners. It's a gorgeous colour. Tiny bit of that mascara and the lower lashes. So for my lower lashes, I find it easier to put a tiny bit on and then go in with a disposable mascara wand. And we have two options for lips, so I'll go for the bolder option first, I think, and then we'll take that off and put the more sort of simple one. So I'm using my Revolution lip liner in Classic, which is just red. And apparently needs sharpened. And then I'm just going to take my Avon Super Long Lasting lipstick in Fiery Red and just pop that all over the lips. And then I just get a bit of tissue, fold it over and blot. Oh, look at that. So that's the first lip colour, which I think is nice and bold. So I'm just going to take that off and show you the simpler look. And then I'm going to go in with my MAC lip pencil in Soar. This is the my most favourite lip pencil that I own. This is my MAC Viva Glam 2 lipstick in Satin. And again, just take a piece of tissue, fold it over and blot it. And there's the sort of slightly more toned down look. It was the combination of lip products that I used for my wedding too. So that is the finished look. I'm feeling very Valentine's-y in it, even though it's not yet Valentine's Day, and I think it might be the day after Valentine's Day you see this, unless I upload early, but we'll see. But anyhow, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!